Hello everyone. Waddling Duck here to answer a simple question for you. Do knights really counter the men-at-arms? In my video covering the basics of the unit counter system, I included a line showing that knights counter the men-at-arms due to the way the armor and damage system works. I have had several people ask me if that is true in an even resource matchup or just a 1v1 fight, and asking for an explanation as to why it works that way. Armor is a flat reduction against the damage dealt to a target. An elite knight deals 29 damage per hit, which after the 5 armor of an elite man-at-arms, means that the knight is actually dealing 24 damage per hit. The elite man-at-arms is 14 damage per hit, which after the 5 armor of an elite knight, means that the man-at-arms is only actually dealing 9 damage per hit. From this, the knight loses 17% of its damage per second, while the man-at-arms loses 36% of its damage per second. There are some differences in attack speed and health, but on paper the knight will win an even resource trade even without the damage bonus from charge. While the winner on paper was clear, you can never be certain if it actually plays out that way in-game. So I went and tested 10 knights against 20 man-at-arms for each upgrade level for Feudal, Castle, and Imperial ages. 10 knights cost the overall same amount of resources as 20 man-at-arms. Here we have the Feudal Age matchup, the early knight versus the early man-at-arms. As you can see, 6 of the 10 knights survived, although one of them was left with literally 1 health. Here we have the Castle Age matchup, the knight versus the man-at-arms. The result was about the same as in the Feudal Age. 5 of the 10 knights survived. Here we have the Imperial Age matchup, the elite knight versus the elite man-at-arms. And again, we had 6 of the 10 knights survive the engagement, with a few of them at low health. For fun, I wanted to see how a max population matchup would play out, with 200 man-at-arms and 100 knights. In all of these tests, I simply used attack move from both players with no further commands, but you'll see that this makes it play out in an awkward way with such large numbers. In this test, I also researched the university text for infantry and cavalry, as that seems like the more likely scenario if someone has the resources for 100 elite knights in the first place. I accidentally let the English town center and a castle landmark get a few hits off, but the knights still had a large enough lead, and this wasn't a realistic scenario to begin with, so I didn't feel the need to rerun the test. This matchup was the closest the man-at-arms got to victory, but they still only managed to kill 60% of the knights. All in all, across all technology levels, you can expect roughly half of your knights to survive in an equal resource matchup against the men-at-arms. If you micro the knights to retreat and get more charge bonuses, it'll swing even further in your favor. I hope that this settles the question, that knights are in fact a counter to the men-at-arms. Thank you for watching, and if you found this video helpful, please remember to subscribe.